Hello and welcome back to another video. We done it. We finally done it, guys. We got ourselves the Town of the Duke. But not just the Town of the Duke, we got ourselves the Town of the Archduke, one of the biggest and baddest NFTs in Mirandus, and it's going to definitely put us in the top 10 of players, I'm sure. So, in today's episode, we're going to be looking a little bit closer at the town itself, and how well did we actually do, guys? And moreover, maybe even more importantly, we're going to be looking at how well will we do. Sorry for the delay in the video, guys, and apologies for the mess as well. We've got a bit of a construction project going on. We're trying to build a stairwell into the loft, as you can see here. There's a big giant hole behind me, so you're just going to have to bear with me as we try and go on this amazing numbers based adventure today together. Hey, Guitar Diablo, TDSU the D here. Welcome back, all of the Town of the Dukers. This is a big one. Now, I'm going to give you guys a really short summary of what this video is going to be. We're going to break it up into 6 or 7 parts. The first thing is we're going to look at questions, and then we're going to try and answer them if I can. Then we're going to look at the Town of the Duke, the layout, talk a little bit about the plots. Then we're going to look at some sort of future predictions, some sort of numbers-based thinking, financial thinking, etc. Then we are going to show you guys the art, the NFTs, the professional art. Then we're going to show you guys the actual Gala node, and we're going to show you guys my roles and responsibilities and what I can do for you. Finally, at the very end, if we can get through all that in a timely manner, I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek of my top secret project that I've been, baiting you guys with the last little while. I hope you guys enjoy. So, with that said, let's jump into the game and let's go in our home. So, the very first thing I want to show you guys is the questions and answers. Now, a couple of people have moved out. We've got to obviously pay our respects. It's a shame. There's no spots left for you. If you're not in the town now, then, well, maybe you'll get one off someone else. I don't know, man. But yep, so let's go into the word sheet. So, the Town of the Duke there. This is something that I picked up from Discord. I think it was Schmedward that wrote it. Thank you very much, Schmedward. We're going to steal some of this. Because it gives people a really good overview of what the Town of the Archduke is. So there's only 5 of them, guys. They are the biggest land deed in the game outside of a citadel. So as it mentions here, if there is 10 best land NFTs to get in the game, the Town of the Archduke, all 5 of them, and each of the individual citadels are the top 10 best NFTs in the game, which should mean we'll probably be top 10 players. Next is the grand plots. Outside of the Town of the Prince, the citadels, the Town of the Archduke is the only one that actually has them, and it's got 3 of them, so it's pretty insane. So we're going to have 3 grand plots. No idea what that means. Probably that we can rent them out for an absolutely exorbitant amount of money. In-game money, of course. Commerce, so in addition to the grand plots, there's large plots, small plots, and basically it's got more plots than basically any other town in the game. We're going to look at those numbers in the Excel sheet to see exactly what that is. And then finally buffs. As the Town of the Archduke comes with a home plot and an Archduke, normally, one guy would own an NFT and that guy would be the Archduke. I'm still going to try my best to talk to, Bitbender and see about getting some sort of shared thing for the home plots, but I don't know, guys, like, it's, they're so busy nowadays, like, trying to get a hold of Gala Games and hopefully forming partnerships are still on the table, but I'll keep trying, guys, and obviously I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear anything. The moat, of course, big badass, looks awesome. So, somebody had asked in the Discord about potentially doing like a live stream, like a Decentraland hangout, maybe the Gamer Drive space like what was for GalaCon last year, and I'm not opposed to the idea, guys. I mean, I'm live streaming every night anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up the Splinterlands live streams because, as this one takes priority, this is my main project that I love and I want to work on primarily. So ultimately, if I have to stop something, it'll be everything else, essentially. The Archduke has 59k Gala left over. So what could we use that on, guys? This is something we're going to need to think about and talk about in this video. Do we want to just use it on an exemplar? Do we want to use it on, you know, maybe something on the second-hand market, some buildings, or maybe a homestead if we can afford it, something like that. Because these things will appreciate in value and add value in other ways. All the nodes are operational and live. We currently have all 3 of them on VPSs, separate of course, so as to get the maximum points, and you know, that's costing such and such an amount. Now that we have a bigger town and 3 nodes, what about the plot selection and when can we start using it? That was a question from someone in the Discord. Well, I don't know how the town's going to be split. I don't know how it's really going to work. We will still go back. We'll have to start from the beginning again because it's a completely different layout, and you know, people are allowed to select, you know, a little bit more now. I think it's 61% more stuff, so that'll have an effect on pretty much everyone. Everyone it will have an effect on. Yep. Then we're going to calculate the total land area. We're going to look at the shared wallet and all that good stuff. So let's move on to the Excel sheet. So this is the town of the Archduke, guys. Look at this specimen. This thing is huge. I mean, if you guys, do you guys remember the old one? Like, let's see if we can look at it. Look at the difference here, guys. This is the difference. So this thing actually fits on one page and you can still see the squares. This thing doesn't, man. That's the size there that's similar. And then look at this. And it's still not on it. This thing's absolutely gargantuan, guys. It's crazy to even think that we own this, but hey ho, we do. You know, big shout out to the Bender of Bits for keeping us holding that wallet for so long. You've really helped us out, man. But yeah, guys, this is it. So there's the grand plots. Like, this is one of the only towns that's got it. If we look at the buildings, then you can see here. This is what I was wanting to show you guys. 36 farming plots, which is the most in the game for any single plot. Even a farming hamlet, which is specifically designed for farming, we've got the same amount as them. Small plots, most in the game. Ranching plots, okay, outside of a ranch, most in the game. Decorative plots, okay, fair enough. Town of the Prince ones, I don't even know if they'll be good. Home plot, oh sorry, medium plot, sorry. 18 of them, amazing, the most in the game. Decorative again, we lost. Large plot, tied. Both the Town of the Prince and the Town of the Archduke both have 4. Amazing. Grand plot, 3 guys. Oh my goodness, 3. And then finally Majestic. We've got a Majestic home plot now. We've got an even bigger home plot than originally expected. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the future. So, I've called it ROI. It's kind of the forbidden word. Take what you will of it. But here's what I've done for you guys. So, the Splinterlands rewards, this is obviously a different game. This is a game that I'm quite interested in. You guys know I'm streaming it every night, but basically, yeah, they have a lot of rewards, different ways to earn in the game. It's actually kind of crazy, honestly. And then you've got TownStar, which is the only other game Gala's got right now, so it's the only thing I can use internally as a case study. But they've got Carrie on the Gala Games team, and she's in Splinterlands, so I'm sure they've got a lot of shared information, and just in general, the ethos in the crypto space is, you know, care and share, so I'm sure they'll be able to transfer a lot of these excellent ideas over, and hopefully Gala Games will become even bigger than Splinterlands and just blow them out the water as well. But, you know, that's a discussion for later. So let's just have a look at the numbers. So what have we actually got here? What are we looking at? So for the season rewards, basically, I've estimated that, like TownStar, there might be some kind of weekly competition. I don't know how or what it'll be or whatever, but, you know, Gala Games, I'm sure they'll think of something. They've advertised the game as play to earn, so there will be these play to earn mechanisms in it. TownStar, the way it works right now, you've got a competition. The amount is this amount, and on average that amount of Gala equals this amount of dollars per year on average. You know, assuming that you can actually place an average in the top 200, which is actually relatively easy from what I've understood. The game doesn't cost a lot in terms of NFTs, but it does cost a lot in terms of like time and knowledge. So I guess you have to run your computer all day, which is a cost, and obviously you have to play the game, you know, a lot on the first day to set things up, which you could potentially see as a cost as well. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool. 13% sort of ROI, if you want to call it that. And yeah, I mean, $2,000 a year for playing a game seems pretty good, especially with no investment. Yeah, I'll take that. Mirandus though, what can we expect? So really, I've kind of went in between TownStar and Splinterlands. Splinterlands season rewards are a little bit different. On average, I calculated that a $100,000 collection would get you about $1,000 a year in terms of the season rewards only. And if we also take on the daily rewards, because every game you play every day you get rewards for that as well, the total rewards, including the daily quest and the bi-weekly season rewards, totals about 5,000. TownStar totals about 2,000. So take an average, guys. Let's just go somewhere in the middle, and we'll get 4,000. So that's pretty cool. If you look at the 300,000 investment, you could say that's a 1% return per year. Please don't hate me, guys, for saying return on investment, etc. I'm just trying to explain it as a common man, the best way I can. But really, none of this is investment, and none of this is financial advice. You guys know the score. Farming and ranching rewards. So again, I've taken essentially. It's a big unknown, guys, right? But what I've done is I've looked at the 12. There's 12,900 farming plots in the game, and there's 4,500 ranching plots. Now, I kind of didn't really have anything to compare this to, but originally there was 1 million DEC minted per day in order to just fuel the Splinterlands game economy, because there needs to be some sort of generation of goods that are worth something in the game. So for Splinterlands, that's DEC. Whatever Mirandus is, gold or Mirandus coin or whatever it ends up being. These are the ways that people can most easily get money in the game, and I'm assuming that all of them will roughly generate all the 1 million DEC in the game, which should be essentially $1,000, but at present, because of the insane size of Splinterlands and how much it's blown up in value, it's more or less close to about $100,000, I think, or maybe $10,000 a day. Pretty insane. Nowhere near the thing, but yeah. So I've said 900, guys, okay, for the $337,000. I think that's reasonable. I've basically just taken it as $1,000 split between all the plots a day, and then times that by the year, and times it by our 44 plots, because we've got 44 farming and ranching plots total. So next is capital appreciation, and this really is the big one, guys, because if this game blows up, guys, you're really talking about, at least for the biggest plots in the game, you're talking like a 3-5x. That's kind of like standard. Just going to throw the ball out there and just say somewhere in between, maybe about 4. We calculated this before, you guys might have seen it. On this one, we done the case study for Decentraland. We looked at how much mana they costed originally, how much they were at the launch of the game, and then at present, which was actually back in April. I've got no idea on the current values of them, but you can see here on the chart that it just sort of took off. Using that same logic, guys, if Mirandus pops off, there's no reason to think that this won't be similar. We've just went on the average as well. We've went between the post-launch, when the game first came out, because they actually achieved the goal, they actually made the game. That immediately, 2x's the investment, because now you're not buying, there's so much less risk involved. Now you're actually buying something that has functionality, there's a game behind it, and you'll get to use it straight away, whereas we're buying before there's a game, and obviously we have to wait for the game to come out, and as such we got it out of the store at the store price. So yep, I mean, this sounds crazy, guys. I'm going to say $1 million. Okay, I'm going over $1 million for this thing. And I don't even really think that's been too unreasonable. So if you think about it in a way, after just a year, 1,200,000, I think it's okay. It's a lot, but this is where most of the money's coming from what I can see. We'll see how the end game is. Next one is letting out the plots. So what I've done here to calculate this value is I've simply used the Splinterlands rental system, and for $100,000 you can get about $3,000 a year. Now, I've went with 10% that amount, because obviously I'm assuming Mirandus is going to be much smaller at the start, and then obviously I've just times it by 3.37 in order to get up to the equal USD value as to how much you would spend to expect to get that. The last one is protection, guys, or I guess the second last one. And I just wrote here, not just renters within our walls that will be protected, but we will also be paid to make sure other smaller and weaker towns do not get ransacked. And I think we can earn about 1337, guys, from that. Now, I know that this is a bit of a joke, and in all honesty, I don't know if there even is any sort of harm or like why people might pay us to not like step on their toes. If it's possible that we are the biggest and baddest town out there, then yeah, we might take a security charge from nearby neighbours to ensure their safety. As for who would be, you know, slaying their cows or whatever else like that, I can't say, guys. I can't say for sure. There may or may not be a town of the Archduke Mafia. We'll just have to see what we can do in the game once the game launches. I do not oppose to people capitalising maximally. 10% of the Splinterlands SPS staking. So this is the last one, guys. Other. Basically, I'm going to assume that there's something else in the game, right? Because this doesn't seem like there's that much. There's got to be something else. So what about the in-game banks? What about like a Mirandus coin airdrop once they start the game and really get the ball rolling? You know, taking a leaf out of books of other successful projects. I'm sure they'll think of these ideas. I'm sure they'll implement something. So I've just went ahead and done 10% of the current Splinterlands rentals. Right now, if you go and do the SPS airdrop and you do 10% of that, that's like times it by the amount of dollars, and then that gives you that amount. So that's really what I've done there. So that's all in Mirandus. All that is in Mirandus. Then you've got the nodes. So you guys decided, along with pretty much everyone, like I don't think I've seen anyone didn't vote for this, the node rewards. You guys wanted nodes on to spend the rest of the gala. We had what was it, 618,000, and we got them at 17,400 each. So basically, that's what that value is there, 52200. And from my estimations right now, this is a really simple calculation: 441 gala a day times the 3 nodes, times the price of gala, which I just put as 10 cents, and then times a year. There you go, nice and easy. Totally forbidden on the Gala Discord, but there you go. Hopefully we're not going to get too much hate for it here. There you go, we're just thinking out loud, and really we're just putting on paper what everyone else is thinking anyway. So that's 92%. And then other, now I don't know what this could be, but essentially I told you guys we've got 56k gala remaining, right? We're going to buy something else with that, because before, you know, we start talking about my roles and all that type of thing, and what else we're going to do in the future and everything else, I think it would only be fair to spend all of the pooled gala on the stuff that you guys decide to. So let's see about getting something else. Maybe, you know, we're not going to get another node unless gala just, you know, absolutely explodes. But we could get an exemplar. We could get a few exemplars. We could get everyone an exemplar. I think, anyway, everyone could have maybe a human exemplar. I don't know the exact price of them, but I think it may be possible. We could have, we could get a deed second hand. I think we could definitely pick up a homestead, and then that could be like a little, you know, extra bit of land somewhere out in the wilderness to have a, you know, a vantage point or whatever. And also there's buildings. So you know, if we decide we want to have our own building, save ourselves a little bit on, you know, giving somebody with a really cool building like a discount, we could just get that building ourselves and just have it as a permanent stay. Maybe the Town of the Duke Inn, you know, the place where people go to sleep if they want to stay and visit the Town of the Duke. I've got no idea. So all in all, guys, a little bit of a long shot here. Actually took quite a while just to put this together, but I'm guessing if you take all of this together, that's 1.32 million. Sounds like a lot per unit holder. That's like 2,000 a year each in capital appreciation total. That is not going to be cash unless obviously we sell the Town of the Duke after a year. But you know, we could absolutely do that, and that is one of the things that I've been told that we can absolutely do at any point. Should everyone vote on it, obviously we need to vote on it. But I've been using kind of the wrong numbers here. I've been saying 337,000. But the truth is, guys, we've actually done a lot better than that. people sent in 66,666 Gala, and that was between March and May, and that meant that the value of that Gala was anywhere from, you know, just over $2,000 to sometimes as low as $1,300, guys. On average, we only put $91,000 into the pool, and that is amazing. I really can't believe it, guys. 91,000. So for that 91,000, to imagine that that's for each person, that's not even 2,000. To get 2,000 a month back, that's pretty much insane, guys. That's one of the best ever. 1,400% ROI. So I'm super happy, guys. I think we've done super well. Can we just like celebrate now? Can we just celebrate now about how amazing already we've done? And this is just crunching numbers. Keep in mind that this doesn't even include the capital appreciation of the nodes. I don't know why I didn't put that in there, but obviously they will be able to be sold at one point as well in the future. So there's even more than this, guys. But and whatever else we buy with the remaining Gala, because we're just going to buy something else that's going to appreciate. It's crazy. Yep. So there you go, guys. That's that. So now let's move on to the next thing, and this is the thing I think you guys are really going to love. Let me just quickly check how long the video's been going for, because this is going to be a long one, guys. 20 minutes already. Like, let's try and wrap it up in the next 10 minutes. So here is the Town of the Duke. Now, originally this was the art that we had. This is the Town of the Duke. This is the official one on the Gala Games website. This is what we've got now, guys. The Town of the Archduke. And I'd specifically asked you guys, it says, can we get some competition arts going? We want to give, you know, the professional artists a sort of idea or a concept, and the best man will win $100. Well, there's the layout, guys, isometric from the Gala Games site. There's the overhead layout plan. GYB Piggy, grow your base, grow your base. I believe Hlitcher sent in this one, absolutely stunning. And then we had Blue Moon send this one in. This was his crest that he done. He done a little bit of lore as well, great bit of reading there. And he also done this blender piece, which was kind of fabulous. So here is the Town of the Duke layout. We don't care about that anymore. Town of the Duke. Look at this, guys. I've paid homage to all of the artists, every single person that gave me something, that put a little bit of effort in and actually gave us something to try. We've got you guys represented over here on the banners, on the shield, on the crest. This is the Town of the Archduke coin, 1/54, guys. Now I'm going to show you guys something even cooler than that. I've got a video to watch. Let's watch it in the highest resolution possible and tell me what you guys think. You guys asked for a moat, we gave you a moat. You wanted a crest, we've given you a crest. Everything is here. And what this is going to be used for, guys, this is going to be used, this whole thing is going to be used for the Town of the Duke NFTs. We're going to make 54 of them. We're going to distribute them to all you guys. I don't know the network right now. I'm thinking Polygon. But we'll see, guys. We'll see what happens. I know there is some sort of mild controversy about making it on OpenSea directly, because, you know, OpenSea has some sort of rights or something. I don't really know, but either way, we can just make it on Polygon and export it in. Should be easy enough. And we'll give them out to you guys. Man, the Town of the Archduke NFTs. It was kind of like originally back in like March or April. I think it was, you know, the Colonel himself, Mr. Rhino. He was asking about, you know, some sort of like a receipt or like acknowledgement or anything like that. And on top of everything else, guys, this is one of the biggest things. This is my way to see on the blockchain who's got it, who's been trading them. It's going to make everything automated. It's going to make it a lot easier. And you guys don't have to talk to me anymore. You can just buy and sell amongst yourselves. And when the game comes out, whoever's holding the tokens, they're the ones that are going to be the guys that own them. So treat them with respect, guys. Treat them with respect. Only 54. So let's talk about my roles quickly. And I put this little sheet together, guys. You've seen here some of the thing. Some of these nice cool little images. This is the Town of the Archduke. So the objective is to build and manage a sustainable system you know, that can go into the future with up to 54 unique individuals catered to and looked after, and essentially having a great time, you know, owning a part of the biggest land in the game, essentially outside the Citadel. So first thing, I've got to get these tokens distributed. Then I've got to continue to engage and grow GYB. I've got to build the community up. We've got to talk on Discord. We've got to go on YouTube. Now, I created this myself, guys. This is just my thinking. I'm just thinking out loud. And potentially other social media. Maybe I'll start posting on the GYB Twitter again. I'll start, you know, bringing in some competitions once Mirandus is live. I did say about, you know, giveaways, tournaments, competitions, all this cool stuff held in the town of the Archduke. We've got to have a transparent accounting system that shows all the streams of incomes from everything that we're doing in the project. So right now that's just the town of the Archduke and the nodes. But, you know, in the future there might be another land deed, or maybe there'll be some buildings that make money or something else, and that'll have to be accounted for as well. And people should be able to access it and see everything. And the only thing they won't be able to do is edit, obviously, but that should be fine. So we've got to obviously implement a long-term solution for, you know, managing the town, such as, you know, these things that I'm talking about: payments, giveaways, community events. You know, growing the portfolio. You know, setting aside a small portion to be used for, you know, furthering the thing, and obviously, you know, giving you guys your dues. But ultimately, outside of giving you guys your dues, which is the main thing, you know, say 90%, 10% should be set aside, you know, just to manage the town, grow the town, stuff like that. And I know that you guys, I know how sometimes that sounds to say, hey, there's going to be like a service fee, or, you know, I called it the Lord's Tithe because I was trying to make it sound epic and not so, you know, dreary. But really, it's absolutely necessary, because if I was to take a wage or pay somebody, I've been told that all of that is kind of internal. It's going to be its own individual project. So essentially this is a self-contained business, and I've never really ran a business before, unless you consider my YouTube channel a business. So I'm just going to have to play it by ear, guys, and I'm saying 10% now, or maybe 0%, but, you know, most of the node earnings at the moment, or maybe some of them later. I don't really know, guys, but it's just something to think about, and it's something that I'm going to have to look into more and make sure that the project is sustainable, because obviously, like, me and any other staff that comes on, artists, stuff like that, there needs to be money there to actually pay these people to do the work. Next is to, you know, this is one of my roles: source, employ, evaluate and manage individuals with delegated duties, such as artists, accountants and other necessary personnel. Build a marketplace where units can be bought, sold and traded, or otherwise use an existing system that can easily track things. Manage the funds and assets securely, obviously being the custodian of any NFTs that are necessary. Collecting, spending and distributing tokens, which I've already been doing for you guys, but obviously we'll continue to do that. Optimize and manage the town in game, so that means once the game comes out, I'll try and just, you know, make sure that we've got the most expensive crops growing, the ones that, you know, bring us in the most town coin, or, you know, Mirandus coin. The same with the shop layout. I need to, you know, we need to think as a team who's going to want to use a plot, who's not using a plot, anyone who's not, what are the best shops, what makes the most money. Are we just going to have a town full of butcheries, for example, or is it good to have variety, or, you know, these kind of things. Like, we need an inn, obviously, otherwise maybe there's no place for anyone to sleep. So all these things we need to think about, and obviously that'll be part of the managing the town effectively. Then you've got purchase, operation and maintenance of the nodes. That's ongoing now. The purchase has happened. Operation and maintenance is ongoing, you know, indefinitely. And then manage any other assets such as exemplars, buildings and other lands. I've got some general ones here, but this is more for like GYB if they need me. And you know, it's just general GYB stuff in the Discord, and if I need to attend meetings with them, then I can do more stuff like that, no problem. So that brings me to the very last thing that I was going to show you guys, and that is the nodes. So here's the account. The account is Archduke, guys, alright? And this is the remaining Gala. Okay, sorry, not 56, 59k, alright? For you guys that will be looking at the, you know, the exploration, you know, track me, see everything I'm doing. look at everything that I do with a fine tooth comb, and you know, there you go. The inventory right now is quite bare, but what I can show you guys is that we got the nodes 3 days ago, 558k Gala. I think we paid 17.4k each, and for the last 3 days we've just been minting our daily Gala. So good job there. Things are going smoothly, everything's online, and everything's looking pretty sweet. And we're looking to make our first month's earnings at the end of this month, so that'll be cool. And obviously I'll keep you guys up to date with it. As I said earlier though, I'm not going to take any of this. I'm not going to, you know, spend any of this on any of the art projects or anything else that I'm doing. This needs to get spent by us as a community. Obviously I am also, you know, a stakeholder in the community, but just the same as any one of you guys, this is not mine, this is for us to spend. We need to buy something else for the Town of the Duke. Maybe, like I said, I've talked about it a few times, exemplars, buildings, maybe a homestead on the second-hand market. I don't know, guys. You know, or we could just save it up. You know, you could just say just hodl. You know, diamond hands it until Gala goes to $1, and then we'll buy Lambos or something. Whatever you guys choose to do, that's absolutely up to you. And I'm just the guy who's going to try my very best, and I mean it, to just make this the most pleasant, smooth experience as possible, and really try and develop tech that just makes this thing work. Just makes this the best town ever in the game, and makes you guys happy, you know, that you've decided to go on this adventure together. It's easy sometimes to, you know, just do everything yourself and just have your own little NFTs and just stay separate, but when everyone comes together, even though, you know, like I said, there might be like a service fee or something, it's fun to just experience these milestones together. And already look how well we've done, guys. We put 91,000 in together as a team, and I don't think it's a long shot to say that in a year's time, I think the cumulative assets of the account, I mean, already, you know, nodes are going to be 100k each, so that's 300k. You know, the Town of the Duke is guaranteed 300k on its own, but you know, once it launches, let's just double, let's say 600k, so it's easily over a million, guys, which means that if you do a million divided by 54, then what would that mean in a year's time each? Yeah, 25 grand each. Cool. Sounds good, guys. I like the sound of that. Sounds pretty sweet, and you know, no one's going to be mad about a 10x. Obviously it's not guaranteed, nobody knows anything. Everything I do is out of respect for you guys, and I'm hoping that, you know, you'll respect this and not, you know, say, hey, this is a guaranteed thing. You know, just basic respect. We're just speculating here. I'm speculating for myself. So last but not least, guys, I've got a top secret project to show you. How long have I been live? 30 minutes, guys. Wow, what a long video, and what an epic video it's been. I hope you guys enjoyed every single moment of this. Let me just show you this last thing, right? The thing is, guys, this is our old home, and I'm getting a new rig, guys. Look, I've just busted the door off because I don't even care, guys. The truth of the matter is, we're getting out of here. We're not Town of the Dukers anymore. We don't own the Town of the Duke, and I don't know who is going to own our Town of the Duke. I am not. I am neither confirming nor denying who is going to own the Town of the Duke. But what I can say is that we have a construction site here. Let's just see here. Attention, construction in progress. Authorised personnel only. Well, do you know what, guys? We're going to bust right in. Now, I know this is blank, and I can explain why. It's because my PC is a very poor quality PC. But this is the placeholder building. What do you guys think? This is the town of the Archduke. Do you like this secret project I've been working on? This is the placeholder town of the Archduke. Do you want to go inside? There you go, guys. What do you think? Obviously this is still under construction, but the most important thing is the layout. And on my laggy computer with not enough specs, this is the size of the thing. Guys, look at the sheer size of this thing. This is actually genuinely 61% bigger. In terms of land area, 61% bigger, guys. Look how much extra space we've got. This thing is gargantuan. Do you guys remember the Town of the Duke standing at the entrance? I don't know if you guys can remember it, but I'm certainly not going all the way back. But look at this. Look at the size of this one. This thing goes on for miles, guys. And remember, this is a 1:1 scale. There is a good chance that in the game, 4 blocks will equal 1 tile. Because if you think about the size of the small 5x5 building, this thing could be technically 4 times as big as this. And I'm definitely not able to do it. I was trying to do that originally, my computer just crashes, guys. It doesn't crash, but I get like 1 FPS, and then when I'm using my modding tools to actually do large areas at one time, it just jumps right past it. But guys, imagine it. This is the town of the Archduke. Pretty insane, guys. Huge town. The biggest in the game. Outside the Citadel. Fabulous. So guys, that's really the end of the video. That's going to wrap everything up. I hope you guys enjoyed this massive marathon of a video. There's so much to unpack in this video, and if you need to go back over it and watch it a couple of times, I don't blame you. As always, guys, I'm on Discord. Send your messages into the channel. Go and message me directly again, and we can just talk about it, and we can tussle about all these ideas and think of things. But I think you guys better get prepared, because there is supposedly, this is what Gala Games has said, a pre-alpha that's coming out before the end of the year. I don't know if they'll still make that, but if they are going to make that, we've got our NFT now. Some of our guys have already contacted Gala, and they've got their landed owner roles, even if it's just part ownership of this one. So there is some sort of acknowledgement there and possibility to go into the game. So guys, get ready. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.